My wife trying to wake me in the morning. Folks, how you is? Hold on a second. Hello. I don't know why. Maybe it's my ears. This one's coming in much better than that one. I don't know. How are you, folks?
I just think you're old.
Well, it's actually a good point because I do have a damaged left ear, but I'm just comparing it to yesterday, and it sometimes it happened since we've done this. All of a sudden, a few minutes into the show, it got clear and I don't know. As long as the people at home can hear it, fine. Did I just say find? Yeah. Jesus Christ. Dallas goes old. Anyhow, yeah, I'll be jet setting off tonight to Dallas. Watch me on Crowder tomorrow night and Thursday night. They're streaming the what do you call it, where they hand out abortions and vasectomies for free? Oh yeah, the DNC. What a fucking death cult of absolute horseshit. I've never seen a bigger gaslighting. I can't even. Joe Rogan was right about one thing. They fell in line so quick. As soon as Joe dropped out, when he said they fall, I don't know if he's talking about the voters, but he was right about, obviously the media has to do their job, but everybody else just got in line, and they're trying to pull this wool over our eyes. You want us to believe that this broad, who didn't get a vote during the primaries, only went to leave fucking Iowa without a fucking anybody voting for her. In the last few years, even Democrats, they polled every day in the papers, whether it was a left-wing or right-wing publication, that the Dems thought she was an unserious, silly person. And then you want us to believe, after you force this guy out at gunpoint, which it's a coup, then you want us to believe that she's ready to fucking be the most powerful person in the free world when she's done nothing in her life. Never built anything, only, I don't know if she's had a real job.
I mean, she's got on her knees.
Yes, and you'd think she'd come up with like a new knee pad or something. But honest to God, how stupid do you think we fucking are? And the sad part is again, I hate saying this because you guys are, but I don't even believe these elections, all the polls or everything. It's a nice script everybody's following. And like I said, they try to kill Trump. They try to jail him. You want us to believe they're going to be on the up and up for this one when they have this douchebag that nobody's really believing in? Everything I see on the internet is black people going, I ain't voting for her, which is usually, we've never had that before. So, disgusting. And then last night I go, I can't watch this DNA convention shit because I'm going to do it on Wednesday and Thursday night. I'll just put it on. I put it on late in Biden. They put him on. They buried him, by the way. Yeah. It's not like a comedy club where you're a headliner, you go on last. They hid him. They gave him like a 10-minute standing ovation. We love you. We love you. These cocksuckers just stabbed him in the back. And then you don't have a fucking honest bone in your bodies. Then I said, I'm going to watch a little unless he starts repeating the same horse shit. So I put it on. What's coming out of his mouth when I put it on? He said there are fine people on both sides. That's something that Snopes, which is a left-wing fact checker, even debunked this year, who hates Trump. And this motherfucker's up there, which means they got nothing, folks. They got absolutely nothing. And then we're going to show you some clips. Joe, then Hillary, that fat pig. They wheel her out. Can you imagine the hate and the jealousy and the envy? She's up there and she's having to plug another woman who could become the first female. Do you understand? She must have been bleeding from her big hairy ass. She must have been. I can't believe she showed up. But then again, she's a good comrade. And then AOC, this fucking bitch, who was slinging margaritas 6 years ago. We're supposed to believe that she knows better than a guy who built half the Manhattan skyline and everybody who believes in him. Oh, my fucking aching stem. You people are out to lunch. And I'm going to say this. I'm worried for Kamala's safety if she becomes president. And I'm not saying that in a threatening way. I'm just saying you can only push people so fucking far. Anyways, let's get to this abortion. No pun intended. They're handing out abortions. And you get they give you I don't know, a trophy. Abortions and vasectomies at the convention. The people, again, who don't believe in walls, who have thousands of snowplows blocking where... Everything you do goes against what you preach. You're so fucking stupid. Ay. Oy vey. Anyways, let's get to, finally we can get rid of this putz. This is his swan song, by the way, Biden. He decided to step down on his own. He's got gunpowder marks on his fucking temple. So anyways, outside, while this convention's going on, there's a lot of anti-Israeli Jew haters out there protesting and shitting all over. They're saying, we're not shitting all on Kamala individually or Biden, like we said yesterday. It's about them, helping to commit genocide. You shouldn't rape 1,200 people and kill 1,200 people and take 200 hostages if you don't want somebody to try to commit genocide. It's that easy. I hope they get every fucking one of yous. Who's one of yous? I don't know. I don't care. But it's stupid out here actually sort of gives them a thumbs up, the people outside that are causing the chaos. So he's dumb right to the bitter end. We all know Kamala picked Waltz because she couldn't pick a Jew or they would have disowned her. So she went with, she couldn't go with Shapiro. She went with Waltz. But let's listen to Stupid, and maybe the last time we get to listen to him.
Those protesters out in the street, they have a point.
Hates Jews. Hates Jews.
A lot of innocent people are being killed on both sides.
Oh, both sides.
Just as we worked around the clock to bring home wrongfully detained Americans and others from Russia, in one of the most complicated swaps in history.
Pause. Why was it complicated? Why was that more complicated than the raid on Entebbe or bringing home who was that guy that wandered off the base? I can't even remember his name. We brought him home. Why was yours more complicated? You're such a fucking moron. Anyways, go ahead.
But they're home.
One thing that he did, and he probably had no idea.
Kamala and I are going to keep working to bring all Americans wrongfully detained around the world home.
Translator, please. Only president in U.S. history that the American people go, can we get a translator or fucking closed cap? Yeah. And I think Kamala likes to hit the sauce. There's a ton of clips of her, and I think they're dead on. She sounds like she's shit-faced. And I would be too. If I was as dumb as her and realized what I'm facing, just the thought of debating a guy who's, who's 40 times smarter would be enough to make you hit the fucking kettle one.
Didn't we hear that she had a lot of wine before her Democrat debate some years ago?
I don't know. Did we? I heard she whined a lot before the debate. You might
yes
be.
To both.
You might be right. And then, just to remind the Democrats, let's wheel out the fucking two-time loser, thick-ankle dog. This must have eaten her alive to have to go out there and talk nicely about a woman who might achieve her fucking wet dream since she was 5. It's got to be killing her. Oh, bring out Goutfoot.
We also know, as Vice President, Kamala sat in the Situation Room and stood for America's values.
You can hear.
I know what it takes, and I can tell you,
I don't like your jerk-off name.
as Commander-in-Chief,
I don't like your jerk-off face. I don't
Kamala
like your jerk-off
won't
behavior,
disrespect
like
our military and our veterans.
Pause. Really? She won't disrespect military and veterans. Excuse me if I'm wrong. Wasn't she Joe's vice president when we left $1 trillion worth of equipment when we left Afghanistan with our tail between our legs and everybody's laughing?
In one of the most embarrassing evacuations
in the history of the fucking planet for America. Wasn't she the vice president of the guy who looked at his watch when they were taking caskets off the fucking... Remember that? Literally looking at his watch. Shut the fuck up. Go find the muff and dive in it. I'm Sean Hannity. Good night. Did she say any more? What a beautiful voice. What the hell's that?
She reveres our Medal of Honor recipients.
There's a civilian equivalent to that. I forget what they called it. And Trump was saying it's way better than the
Medal of Freedom, I think.
Medal of Freedom, and he's going, it's way better, the civilian one. But no, but what he meant was, because you're alive. He was not shitting on the military one. What's it called, the military one?
What's the Medal of Honor? But you can still get it while you're alive, not just dead.
Okay, well, they took him totally. I knew exactly what he was saying. And then I went online, and a lot of people saw it my way, too. He wasn't shitting on the civilian one. I mean, on the military one. Finally, they brought on the hostess from Applebee's in the Bronx. A waste of tits and giant horse teeth, I call her. And her voice. Somebody did a meme with her growing fangs and shit while she was giving the speech. Have you guys noticed, I guess since Elon Musk took over, that X or Twitter is like all right wing now? It's fucking great. It seems that way. Now let's listen to this shrill woman, again, who has done nothing in her life. I think she went from a waitress to government. Yeah. Hasn't raised kids. Nick, you haven't either. I'm not out there bragging that I'm the fucking superstar. Never built anything in her fucking life. Although she did put, you know what, olives on a toothpick and put an umbrella in there. Let's listen to Wasted Titties.
And I, for one, am tired of hearing about how a two-bit union buster thinks of himself as more of a patriot than the woman who fights every single day to lift working people out from under the boots of greed.
Look at her.
On our way of
Look at her. And look at this fucking homo.
You cannot love this country if you only fight for the wealthy and big business.
All right, shut up. You got about 9. She got about 9 things fucking wrong there. Yeah. Right. Kamala respects the military more than Trump, who rebuilt it, put billions of dollars towards it, and rebuilt it, and it was better than it ever was. And you guys come in and did what you fucking... What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, she's a real patriot. And Trump built half the New York City skyline. But you guys want to look at us and go, no, she's more qualified. Who's living in the fucking real? I can't even keep it straight anymore. My hate runneth over. My hate cup runneth over. Did she have any more to say? Yep. Good. May she find a lump in her armpit the size of a fucking eggplant tonight. What? I'm only teasing. Kinda. Not really. Sugar. Hey guys and girls, college football is about to be epic with MyBookie. MyBookie sportsbook and casino platform lets you bet on every game and win anytime, all from your mobile device. That's right. You don't even need an app. Just go online, sign up, and you're ready to go. MyBookie has tons of ways to win. When you know your teams well, it's easy to take advantage of props like team win totals or early picks for the playoffs. I'm not a big gambler, but I use this because it's very easy. And my friends who really like to gamble swear this is the best place to go because, like they said, it's fair and it's easy. Make every game and every play exciting when you bet with MyBookie. There's no need to download an app. Just click the link in the show notes, sign up, and you're ready to bet. Lock your futures in now while you're waiting for the season to begin. And use promo code NICKDIP to claim a bonus up to $1,000 on that first deposit. That's promo code NICKDIP to start the college football season off with house money. Don't ever miss out on the action. Bet anything, anywhere, anytime, only with MyBookie. We thank them for sponsoring the show today. Let's move on to somebody who knows how to build shit, who's very smart, would make a great president or vice president or anything. He's talking about working under Trump, in Trump's government, as the guy who's going to cut wasteful spending. And he said he'd love to do it. He said it right on his own platform there. And he would be the best at it. So that wouldn't surprise him. You know him. He'd do it for nothing. I think he can afford it. Anyways, Musk mashes mores. Last night, Alexandra de Moraes threatened our legal representative in Brazil with arrest. This is him talking. Him. This is Musk talking about what's going on with Twitter in Brazil. Threatened our legal representative in Brazil with arrest if we do not comply with his censorship orders. He did so in a secret order, which we share here to expose his actions. He doesn't look like a bad guy, does he? Right out of a Bond film. Despite our numerous appeals to the Supreme Court not being heard, the Brazilian public not being informed about these orders, and our Brazilian staff having no responsibility or control over whether content is blocked on our platform, Moraes has chosen to threaten our staff in Brazil rather than respect the law or a due process.
Oh, that dirty cocksucker.
As a result, to protect the safety of our staff, we have made the decision to close our operation in Brazil, effective immediately. The X-service remains available to people of Brazil. We are deeply saddened that this bald-headed twat forced us to make this decision. The responsibility lies solely with Alexander de Moraes. His actions are incompatible with democratic government. Seems like everybody's are, except Trump and people on the right. The people of Brazil have a choice to make. They're going to eat cat or raccoon balls tonight. They have a choice to make. Democracy or Alexander de Moraes is what Musk ended with.
Yes, sir.
Look at this guy. He's smiling like this is my 6th round of chemo and I'm still here. Look at that shit-eating grin. Oh, my God. Yeah, freedom of speech, it's what separates us from shitholes like that. You understand? And there's people on the left, like AOC and all those other people, that would, well, they've been censoring conservatives, whether it was COVID-19, whatever. Literally, shutting us down, hiding Hunter's laptop story. Just tremendous. And it's what you, the Democrats, it's what you want. And I'll say it again, most of the country thinks like we do. They've created an illusion, the media, which is very easy to do. When you're the propaganda arm of a Democrat Party and you have every TV station and whatever, and 95% of it locked up, and they have the nerve to bring up the conservative media, which is Fox, which isn't even close to being conservative. You guys don't know what conservative is. It's like racism. The definition of racism has so broadened, you guys forget what real racists do and shit. It's fucking insane. So, so you got to love Musk said, fuck you. We're rolling up the carpet and shutting the door there. He's giving me the creeps. I saw a guy looking through my bedroom window one night with that same face. Luckily, I was in my onesie. He didn't see nothing. Hey guys, for those of you on Mug Club, stick around the second half of my show. Everybody else, go to nicktip.com and sign up to get my entire show, Steven Crowder's entire show, and a whole lot more. And I do mean a lot more, like live streams. He's the biggest on the planet when he does them. Alex Jones every Friday or whatever. It's crazy how much you get. Also, when you're at nicktip.com, click on the tour dates button at the top. September 27th, coming up quick. Wise Guys, Jordan Landing, Utah. The next 2 nights, I'll be in Vegas with a lot of my buddies from New York. Skankfest, which has become a huge thing. September 28 and 29 in Las Vegas. Be there, be a queer. Second half of the show, I'm going to tell you about what a liberal judge did in New York, which I usually... There's so much of it I don't report on it, but this one was just so egregious and blatant I had to put it in the stories today. I'll tell you what he did that's still shocking. Also, a CEO of a kind of a government accountability company. They you know, he's the CEO of this company. They would follow the government, make sure your tax money was being spent and showing you what they were doing wrong. Well, he mysteriously died. So, makes you wonder, don't it? We'll get into little details about that.
Hi, good night, everybody.